Give me a second here. There you go. Oh, it lagged for a second, but that's alright. Hey everybody! Welcome back to another exciting episode of... I already know who's on my team, so why would I... Oh, yeah, this is why. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Pokemon Yellow Nuzlocke Run. In the last episode, we started doing a lot of trainers, and for grinding, we just sexually ravaged them, and it was a far from good time for most participants. But that's okay, you know, it's all about building a culture and getting people to understand that, you know, not everything in this world is made of diamonds. Yeah, the main goal is to just finish out the trainers on this side of the Seafoam Islands and to accept the greatness that will happen as a result of arbitrary goals in Pokemon being reached. It's gonna be a good time. I'm trying to maintain a more positive attitude about Pokemon Yellow. You know, Pokemon Yellow, it can get the best of us. It can get the best of me, because this is actually a new route, and I can catch this Pokemon if I so desire. So, that is what I'm going to try to do. It might not happen, though, because I am incredibly unlucky. But, hey, maybe this'll change right now? That'd be cool. Hey, I actually caught a Pokemon. It's been a while since I've had a first Pokemon on the route to catch, but hey, whatever. A backup water poison type doesn't really hurt, although I have a lot of poison types. Probably for the best that we don't get too many, but regardless, this works. This works, kind of. It doesn't work as much as I'd like it to. In fact, it's not going to work. We're going to name this Pokemon, Tentacool. Name it, yeah. Yeah, here we go. Doesn't work. Oh no, I got an even better name. I know this is riveting. Let me just get this figured out, and then I'll... Yeah, okay. Name it LL Cool J. Get it? 'Cause he's cool. It's got cool in the name. Aren't I clever? I know. But yeah, Pokemon Yellow, it's been a battle. It's been a battle, and I've just been fucking Pokemon'd out recently. But this is the only opportunity I get to record, so I try not to record too much each day, just to keep it a little bit fresh. But, you know, I'm doing this, and then concurrently I'm playing Moon over there. It just... Let me tell you, those people that post non-stop about Pokemon and that are, like, Pokemon for fucking life, those people have a level of dedication and greatness that I thought I was on the same level as for the longest time in my life, because I would do nothing but play this video game. And rightfully so. It's a fantastic game, and Pokemon I love no matter what. What the concession I'm making, though, is that I cannot do an hour and a half of Pokemon each day, regardless of which game it is I'm playing. It's just a lot. It's a lot. Any RPG is a lot, but I think just Pokemon in general, doing a lot of Nuzlocks recently, I finally hit my toll here in the glorious year of our Lord 2017. So, with that said, with the monitor working too, watch, it's probably going to start distorting any second now, I'm going to just try to, you know, take it a little easy. Pokemon Yellow, it's not going anywhere. It's going to be right here for the masses to enjoy for years to come. Level 29 Lapras, it's going to be here for years to come. And that's just something I can get behind as a member of the Anglican Church. And man... I am noticing a little bit of lag. Just a tiny bit. And I'm not really sure why it's there. But it definitely is there. It might be because Ubuntu is installing a backup on this computer and doing everything right now, and... the inconveniences. But that's fine. If I didn't bring it up, you would have noticed it in post, and then you probably would have commented. This would have been the first comment I would have got, ever. Would have been, hey, why are you doing this thing? Weirdly. And then I would have said, well, I did it to see if you would notice, and it would have been a very convenient great advertising gimmick, advertising within my own video that you would have already seen, therefore eliminating the need for advertising. Do you see my gimmicks? What the hell is this? This big swimming barricade. I don't remember this in any of the later games. Let's talk a bit about the later games. Just because this is going to be fighting trainers forever. Might as well get a cool little story going. So how did I get into Pokemon so much? Yeah, I'm looking at the percentage now, and it's not throttling as high as it should either. No, let's stick to a good... Yeah, this is sad. I don't like this lack of speed here. But whatever. It'll lead to less errors. Anyway, story time. That's right. I want to do that. I want to keep moving in a positive direction. I got into the games when I was really young, about, what, 4 years old? I'm asking you. You were there, weren't you, for my birth? Tell us all. Yeah, I got it as a gift, actually. I never asked for it. I didn't even really know that video games existed, because I didn't have the most adventurous childhood in the world. So, what was it? I got Emerald. I'm sorry for stuttering over my words a bit. Again, I'm doing that thing where I'm trying to concentrate on one thing, and then also, at the same time, try to concentrate on another. And it's just leading to some interesting states of affairs. Anyway, yeah, so I got Pokemon Emerald once upon a time. I played it, I really liked it, but I never really beat it. Really? I started this trend when I was younger, and maybe other people can relate, but I just, I would start games and get a lot of them, but I would never beat them or do anything productive with them. I would always just kind of, yeah, throttle is not even going as high as I normally would like it to. This is tragic. I'm gonna focus on this forever now. Fuck me and my attention to tiny fucking detail. Anyway. Yeah, so I got the game. I really liked it. Can never beat Aaron, though, because I never made a competent team. And then the first game I ever beat in my life, truthfully honest here, was Pokemon Diamond. Granted, pretty easy game if you had any idea what a strategy was. And I had the little strategy guide along with me, so I tried to build a good team, like the ones that was in the guide. And it was so much fun. It felt good to beat a game. But yeah, I mean, people think because of that I was born late, but nah, I'm 18, so, you know, I was around for some cool game things, I just wasn't actively experiencing any of them, which was weird to think about, because video games were something I liked quite a bit, but I don't know. It's like I liked the idea of owning them and kind of claiming the experience just by owning it, rather than actually understanding what it was I owned. And why it was any good, and why Confuse Ray is here. Confuse Ray is a great move, but I have no room for Confuse Ray. No, I would just like to give it up if I could. No. Yes. Yeah. Okay, yeah, and so I have never beaten Emerald itself, but I've beaten Ruby by proxy, and, you know, it was good enough. But when it came to playing Pokemon games a lot, because I started moving through the generations after a while, things got kind of shit, because, I don't know, I thought Black and White too. I never actually played it. Just the announcement of it made me think, oh, well, there's not really a point, is there? And so I walked away from it for a bit, and then I came across Nuzlocke, which was great for me, because they added some replayability to the older games, and so I started doing them all the time when I was younger, because, well, younger. We'll say about high school, 8th grade, I started picking them up, and I would play them just non-stop, because I could never win. I was never really that great at them, and the only time I ever did win, which I've mentioned on and off a few times, was Pokemon Red. And even then, I think I cheated. I don't remember if I cheated or not, so the idea of doing a run was, A, to kind of pass the time before I got my own series going, see if I even still really enjoyed making videos, which, surprise, surprise, I do. I down-talk this series quite a bit, but it has been fun to get back into it and to make videos with a few of the friends that I still have left from back in the day, where I would just sit in Skype calls with people and play Nuzlocke while they did their own thing, too. It was cool. It was like I don't know, sitting with people and playing games now like I do in college, because all of my friends are fucking nerds, just like me. I don't know, it's a lot of fun. And I think it's cool to have a Nuzlocke here that looks like it's going to end positively. You know, I'm not trying to write it in, tell everyone at home that it's, you know, going good yet, but at this rate, I think it's in the bag. At least a lot of the tougher things are. There's still a lot of little things that I want to do, such as, you know, get certain things done, like beat gym leaders. Once I get to the Elite Four, I think I'll have it down, although the Elite Four in this game is tough. And I haven't decided what level I'm going to grind all my Pokemon to yet. I haven't really reached that critical decision in my life. I think it'll be level 55 I aim for. Level 55 is a good, balanced level. Level 60 would ensure victory. And I'd like to at least leave a little bit of the door open, just to make it interesting to watch and interesting to play. Although even at level 60, you can get some pretty unfair deaths, so maybe I will do it. Just to make sure I actually win, you know, have my hard work actually go towards something. And this lag is really bothering me. I think that's the thing, too. I mentioned how bad the series is and how, like, displeased I am with part of it, but it's not because it, like, is genuinely awful compared to other Nuzlocke runs out there. I think there's a lot of things being uploaded to YouTube, for instance, that are pretty garbage, and I think this compares favorably to some of that, but I don't know, I guess I like to consider myself a perfectionist to some degree, and when I make these videos that I think have very little potential to be much better than they already are, it kind of gets me down a bit, because I want to try to make the best thing I can, even if I constantly make things that are far from the best I can. I don't know. It's weird, because my whole life, right, we're going to go deeper here. Like, I've always held this kind of perfectionist standard to myself, when I really shouldn't. Because, like, at the end of the day, let's think about this objectively, too. It is just a Pokemon video on the internet. Like, you're going to see quite a few in your life. And this probably won't be the last one you see. If you're watching a Yellow Nuzlocke run, you probably consume these videos regularly. If you're someone that stumbled upon this and found it and are watching it, yeah, you're definitely going to see other ones. And you're probably already seen one way better than this. And yet I hold this standard to myself to try to make the best one, but at the same time, it's my style kind of to not hold myself to ridiculously high standards. I just want to make something enjoyable. And I hope to some extent that the things I've been making are enjoyable. I hope Seadra appreciates it at least. I mean, you take a look at Seadra. Tough customer to please. You know, he's got some exquisite tastes. I'm digressing hard, but I don't know, Pokemon Yellow, man. It's cool to use my channel, too, to kind of experience certain games a little bit more. Like, out of all the games I've Nuzlocked or tried to play, Yellow is the one I've experienced the least. And now, by the end of it, it'll be the game I've experienced the most. I've never really fully completed a post-game for any of the Pokemon games besides 4th Gen. Because 4th Gen, for some reason, is a generation I love. Probably because it was the first game I beat. It probably holds sentimental value for that reason. If I was to do a close psychoanalysis of why on earth I love Pokemon 4th Gen, but again, I'm digressing hard. The point is, I hope it's all coming out okay, and that I'll look back on certain episodes of this at least and think, oh, you know, I'm really laying the groundwork there for future great things. Because I do have some plans to do other cool things on this channel. I mean, assuming this was a cool thing, I think it has its moments. You know, I think that's something I should work on a little bit. This is me just as a creator. I'm 41 episodes in. If you're here at this point, you're not here just for the Pokemon anymore. At least I hope not. I hope I'm adding something interesting to the mix. Oh, I think just as me as a creator, I need to stop putting my own work down so often. It's just tough, you know, because you see what other people are making out there, and even though there's a lot of garbage out there, I look at the people that inspire me the most, and I think, wow, they're really making something cool there. And it makes me hope that what I'm doing will, in somebody's eyes, be seen as just as good, if not better, than what they're making. And I'm not here just to one-up people. You know, I enjoy these games a lot on their own merit. And even though I am Pokemon'd out, quite literally, I also am doing this for my own enjoyment. I like the idea of finally getting one of these Nuzlockes down and getting a decent amount, because every time I've tried to record one of these too, I never get too far. I normally lose pretty badly. And so it's nice to have something of longevity out there too. And this goes back to a theme I was talking about last episode. I think I was talking about me creating videos as a whole. During my time of creating videos for the internet, which has been since 2009 over various different accounts, you could still find some of the old videos out there if you look hard enough. But I've always just wanted to have a large catalog of series for people to check out, but I didn't just want to spend all my time uploading it. I want it to be something natural, you know, one series at a time. It's probably not natural any more so than doing whatever, but again, I'm just validating everything in my mind. I think it's cool just to have something where I'm potentially, if all the editing and everything goes right, if this computer lives long enough, I'll have up to, 40 episodes of this series recorded. And I think that's just incredible to me, to have the opportunity to just have a full series uploaded like that. And this is the Seafoam Islands, by the way. This is the first part of it, at least. And then you would go through here, or over here, and in the middle you would meet Articuno, which we will do one day. That'll be before we head off to the Victory Road. We will do that. And maybe I'll try to catch Articuno. And Zapdos. Moltres is on the Victory Road, so I'm not looking to nab Moltres. It's just not going to happen, most likely. But, you know, I remain optimistic that maybe I can do that. It'd be nice. And if I do catch them, I'm not going to use them for the Nuzlocke run. That would be unfair. But, you know, I plan to just try to show everything off, get as much experience as I can from my Pokemon. It is as much a training thing as it is anything else, so, you know, take advantage of that for what it is. I'm glad I got the Surf off, that's nice. Level 35. See, Ray is pretty much already caught up just from doing all this side training. Yeah, that's all that done. And I'm almost near the 20-minute mark, too, so, yeah. Getting our achievements done little by little. If I just talk and try not so hard to entertain with witty repartee and humor, I think it just kind of comes out on its own. I just talk a bit. Get to know you on a personal level, because everyone knows that watching Pokemon the video game should really come down to watching Chrysanth the person talk about her feelings on live national television, which this is not. Yeah, Pokemon Tower. We'll do 2 minutes of this. I'll catch a Pokemon here. How about that? We'll end on a bright note. We'll end on a note of optimism. Here we go. What is it? It's... Oh! Growlithe! That's cool. I'm down for Growlithe. These things run away really quickly, though, so... Try to use an Ultra Ball? Yeah. Oh well. I should have put it to sleep, but that would have been inconsistent anyway. I don't even need to run. Okay. So, Pokemon Mansion, the gimmick here is you just kind of explore it. You need to get a key for here. All that nice stuff. I haven't used the word stuff in forever. Gosh, I'm aging myself so much. Pokemon taking me to the grave. Pokemon Mansion has such menacing music. That's the way out, by the way. Because you eventually fall down here. Yeah, it's cool to, like... Oh. I'm getting, like... You know that feeling? Like, I don't know. It's a feeling of nostalgia, kind of. I didn't even grow up with this game, but... I don't know, the last time I played through this all the way, I did this cool race kind of thing with my friends. We all raced, I think, Gen 1 or Gen 2. But I did this during that race. I made it all the way here. I was beating them hard because, like I said before, I know these games a little too well because I played them all the time. And it's been so long since I've been back here. I think it's just cool, that's all. After this encounter, we'll call it an episode, though, because I am at the 20-minute mark. which means it's time for me to gracefully fuck off, which is good. Next time we explore the Pokemon Mansion, I think we could get it done in one video. It's not a hard dungeon or anything, it's just timely. Alright, thank you. Always nice to bridge some personal gaps for whoever manages to watch this. You're the best. Much love.